Hello friends and fellow gamers, MKxJUMP here, and today we're going to take a look at this week's event for Idle Heroes. We have Imps Adventure, and it looks fairly standard, although I wouldn't be surprised if you guys are starting to get a little bit bored with these events, because no doubt you are probably experiencing for the first time what I call the slump period in Idle Heroes. A little more about that later on. Before we check out the event though, let me give you a shout out to Patreon, or at least someone who's decided to back me on Patreon recently. We have Andre Pagano. Thank you so much for your continued support, guys. If you back me on Patreon currently, or your name is Andre Pagano, good to have you in here. If you want to be like those folks and support me financially to help me keep making the content that I make, you can find a link up there in the top corner of the screen, and in return, get yourself access to account reviews, which you can join us on Tuesday nights for through our Discord and Twitch channels. So go ahead and join us for that if that was something you were interested in. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and take a look at this week's event for Idle Heroes. So this week is relatively standard. We kick things off as always with little daily rewards, and we got ourselves 4 dice and 100 pineapple cakes, which is this week's currency for campaign loot drop. Now, even though these look like Fig Newtons, they aren't. This is what they happen to look like when they make pineapples and things into cakes and stuff, it seems, in China. I like always how we get these fun little cultural look-ins to a world that I really am very unfamiliar with. Maybe I should visit China at some point to really experience their culture, because I see all these yummy foods and things and I'm like, I should probably try some of this. Anyway, let's go ahead to the cool events and take a look at the event itself. First of all, we have our value packages. These are very normal for Imps Adventure. You might notice that the $10 package down here is costing me way more, just like all the other packages, because they've decided to bump the price up in Britain because our government have decided to tank our economy. Good job. Anyway, besides that, you'll notice the $10 package is also better value. It gives 7 for the price of $10 as opposed to 65 for the price of $100. So if you were going to buy, bear in mind that one is generally better. Although I will say I do miss the $1 pack they used to do, which only gave a small number of dice, which was nice because it basically meant, oh, I low rolled an Imps Adventure. At least there's the $1 pack to back me up. So it's a shame they got rid of that. I thought it was pretty handy. Anyway, moving on, we have the Luck Relay. This is basically another opportunity to get gems and dice. It's nice if you wanted to spend. The rewards are pretty good. You also get contract story gems throughout. And it's basically a copy of the standard Luck Relay we've seen before. So you're getting gems, contract storage gems. This one has Cause of Transcendence in. And as you carry on, you get more rewards, even more contract story gems. And finally, at the end, you'll get 500 normal story gems, as well as double privilege cards. Now, the key thing with normal story gems is you can use them in the auction house and give them to other players, whereas contract story gems can only be used to awaken heroes in the Soul Temple or buy packs. An important thing though is double privileges is really nice, because you can go ahead and use these to get extra rewards from Imps Adventure, which we'll take a look at now. So that's going to double the amount of pineapple cakes you get. I almost called them Fig Newtons. They are not. They're pineapple cakes. So you can double the number of these you get, and you can go ahead and double all the other rewards as well. So it's the normal stuff for Imps Adventure. Go around, land on a square. That square will get leveled up. If it is a starry mushroom hut, all you have to do is pass over it, and you will get yourself some stars. Landing on it, though, does increase the number of stars it gives, and hopefully you can go ahead and upgrade these stars as well as possible. And once you land on the lucky hut and get yourself a lucky dice, you can hopefully use it to cut corners here and basically progress quickly. If you want to know how best to do Imps Adventure, just go check out any of the Imps Adventure Idle Heroes episodes where I've gone ahead and done it on the VIP series, or any of my other accounts that you can go ahead and see. Shouldn't be too difficult to find a video that fits the bill. One important thing about Imps Adventure is Azrael is now available in the 5-star chest. So if that was a hero you wanted to get your hands on, he is now up for grabs. The new spider lady, Arania, yes, Arania, is not available in those chests yet, but she will be soon. Do not worry. Anyway, the Idler's Sweet House is where we can go ahead and cash in our pineapple cakes, and these are pretty good. You can go ahead and use them to get yourself some nice rewards. If you do buy the double privileges, getting to Starspawn Core 5 or Starspawn Core 6 might be a little easy. You can get to the flag as well, and if you went ahead and used some of your universal crystals, if you saved any up, you should be able to get yourself a mysterious artifact selection chest as well. If you are a player who doesn't have enough universal crystals for that, I would recommend just holding your universal crystals until that becomes an option to you in a future event. However, you do need to spend these this event to be able to claim those rewards. Most free-to-play players should be able to get the Glory Epic Hero Selection chest, and for you, if chests are something you're after, this is excellent. Typically, I like to use these to grab light and dark heroes that are important for your account, such as a Carry, a Drake, an Amon-Ra, whatever it is that you need to help you progress. On top of that, some people might want to get skin shard packs because skins are good. They can help you get more legendary skins, and that's going to help you in Celestial Island by improving your stats that you get from the huts there. And then for final things, you've got Prophet Orbs, Heroic Summons, and of course, gold and spirit to top things off. I would avoid super wishing coins though. I don't think they're worth it. Moving on, Shelter Mission. This is really good. Shelter Mission is fantastic. We've got some really good heroes. We got Seer, we got Vesa, two excellent Transcendence heroes, and then we have Annabelle and Waldeck, two very nice tenants. And Waldeck's a good support as well, just in general, especially early on. And 9-star Waldeck works really nicely with an Eloise. And I'm having good fun with my own E5 Waldeck. So yeah, got to admit, these heroes are pretty decent. On top of that, we have an Amun-Ra, which is really nice to see her. So you need 2,000 gems and 2 5-stars in the Dark faction to grab her. And then we have Asmodel, who honestly is a little disappointing. A very common hero to pick up. I wouldn't go chasing after him. Either way, to get these, what you need to do is get 4 stars from their particular faction who fit the class. So for Seer, it's going to be Roy, who is a Fortress Assassin. For Annabelle, it's going to be Glenn, who is a Shadow Priest. For Vesa, it's going to be any of the numerous priests in the Forest faction. And unfortunately, there are no Rangers in the Abyss faction that are 4-star, so instead it's Assassin, and that will be a Kasha. So if you've got any Kasha copies here, you can go pop her in and get your rewards there. You'll also need a 5-star copy that it will swap with, and then they'll get put in the bag in shard form, and you'll also get yourself some armor, and most importantly, 5 dice. So make sure you try and grab all of these heroes, as those dice will be invaluable to make progress in Imps Adventure. You'll notice that's it for this event, and I'm a little surprised. The Luck Relay is giving contract storage gems, so normally I would be expecting an Awakening event where at least we get some rewards, but no, they've just gone and copied the Luck Relay from Awakening events, even though they haven't give us one, and that to me smells a little lazy from DH Games, but maybe they're just focusing on giving us good Halloween events and Christmas events in the future, so they want to not focus their attention too much on these events right now, and this is very, very standard. After Mid-Autumn Festival, which was been and gone back in the end of August, early September, the events really do begin to suck, so things will slow down. The last good event we probably had was the release of Lord of Death Azrael, and after that, everything's been fairly mid. So yeah, you guys are just going to have to grind it out until Halloween. I've already heard from multiple people that they're thinking about quitting the game because they're finding it a little boring. I am going to make a video specifically addressing that, hopefully this week, but typically this is very normal for Idle Heroes, so don't let it get the better of you too much. The slump period is nearly over and Halloween is fast approaching, and once that hits, hopefully all the events will pick up and we'll have some really nice rewards to enjoy, whether you're a free-to-play player or a spender. Next week is unfortunately just as boring. We have Fantasy Factory, which is very standard. We have a Prophet Orb event, which is offering Freya as the reward, and then Heroic Miracle, which is giving Aspen. So again, DH Games are continuing with their trend of giving us Prophet Summon events and Heroic Miracle events that grant us heroes that can be transcended. Unfortunately, it seems the release of new stuff is starting to bug everybody, and even the devs are aware that the main heroes we're after are Transcendence heroes, and anything else is just a slow grind between getting your next Transcendence hero. I worry for how this will affect the future of the game, because even the release of new heroes now is not that exciting. So DH Games are probably going to have to add something to revitalize us to get some more spice back into the game, and hopefully we'll start to see that with Halloween and of course the journey on to Christmas and Chinese New Year. Either way guys, that is the event. A really short video today because there's not much to talk about. Unfortunately, that is the case with the next few weeks, and hopefully things will pick up in the weeks to come. I'll see you next time, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget, if you want to consider Patreon, to give it a click, and I'll see you next time. Happy idling.